chrome. Poking out the hip on the side of my bones. You know that I'ma ride and I'ma die for my homes. Holla at your boy on the hoes to the zones. Do business, but I don't talk about it on the phone. Love for the gang, see the boy got a Jones. Try and keep it with the Jones.
Detroit's own Nick Speed is in the building today, so we're gonna chop it up with Nick Speed for a minute. First thing I want to get into, Nick, I just want to ask you, just give people a little bit of your background, just in the music industry, for those who might not know who you are.
First of all, thank you for having me, man. It's an honor and it's a privilege. And, bro, you know I respect you, man.
Yes, sir.
So, thank you for having me at Cigar Barz.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
But anyway, man, my history in the music industry, man, I started at 4 years old. I had a radio show on WPFW in Washington, D.C. My dad worked for BET in D.C. at the time. He invented Video Soul, the first black national TV show that showed music videos.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's the set I grew up on with Donnie Simpson and all of them. You know what I'm saying? This is at the time when Michael Jackson, Prince, Luther, all the great shit was blowing up.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Patti LaBelle, all of that shit. Like I would meet all the stars. You know what I mean? I got pictures as a little kid with all of the people. Like, like my mom got stories of me meeting Quincy Jones as a newborn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn near about to throw up on this nigga's sweater and shit. Because I'm just a little kid, a baby for real. Right. But anyway, you know what I mean? Like, man, I'm just off of the family alone. Like, I've been in the music industry for my whole life. You know what I mean? Okay. It's like, it was one, so my dad left BET. He started working for a few magazines, which was the Urban Network, the Gavin, and then later on, Impact magazine or whatever. So pretty much anybody who was doing anything major label or independent, it probably had to come across my pop's desk. You know what I mean? And a lot of times he depended on my opinion as a kid to tell him what I thought was going on. You know what I'm saying? So I might have, and I'm just not really realizing that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
like
powerful.
Yeah. So
Impact.
Yeah, man. I heard pretty much everything because back in the day, you kind of had to own the album in order to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Pre-internet and stuff.
Right.
So, yeah, man, I owned a lot of albums. I still do. And, a lot of promo items, man. I had Wu-Tang official hats. You know what I'm saying? My mom's had the Mary J hockey jersey. Like, we had the Naughty by Nature t-shirts. Like, yo, I'm talking about.
You taking it back. That's official.
Yo, my mom's got the official Thriller celebration party for it, doing platinum or something. It's like an invite on a white glove.
Damn.
Yeah, we got that. So beyond that, how I got started, you know what I mean? Being inspired by that, watching a lot of Rap City and Yo MTV Raps and stuff like that. I just kind of like taught myself how to really be a DJ because like I had the radio experience, but I was like watching the Jazzy Jeffs of the world or whoever was in a music video acting like they was DJing, especially Yo MTV Rap. So I'd be like, oh, okay, they using the mixer. And so I was just teaching myself from watching these rap shows and stuff. And how people play air guitar, I would just be air DJing. I'd just be acting like I'm scratching the whole time.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Playing headphones and stuff. And then eventually I got my own equipment. And, just started just spinning in my room and stuff and just taping it, recording it. So I got like recordings of me at like 10 years old rapping and stuff. Like I got recordings of me 4 and 5 years old on the radio. And then me and my sister, we would make fake shows up, you know what I'm saying? And just like, what was one of her, Young Black and something, you know what I'm saying? We had like little shows like that. We would just make up because we had nothing else to do because there was no good recreational centers or nothing like that.
Okay.
We did have like little summer programs. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
But yeah, man, we would just, we was entertainment babies, man. So we'd just be making up radio shows, TV shows. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a little video game show. Man, one day I'm gonna bring out the footage, bro. Y'all gonna be crying. Y'all gonna see little 12-year-old Nick Speed. I got the footage too.
You got it.
I got it digitized and everything. I got the biggest glasses ever on, dog. And I'm in there playing the video game like, hey, this is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They had Game Pro and all that back up. Anyway, that's, you know what I'm saying? So that's the start. And then eventually when I got to high school, I got a karaoke machine. It's all ghetto shit now. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just making a makeshift setup.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I would have my DJ mixer, and I would record people. All the best rappers of my high school or whatever, and I just invite them through, and we'll record over instrumentals. You know what I'm saying? We weren't making our own beats and stuff yet, and then we would just do that at everybody different houses every weekend. You know what I'm saying? So one weekend we'd be at my house recording a bunch of songs. Then we'd be at my homie crib. Then we'd be at another homie crib. And every weekend it seemed like we basically recorded a mixtape almost.
That's right.
We would just write lyrics all week.
Okay.
So, eventually, man, jumped on that Greyhound bus, man, and got connected to 50 Cent. You know what I mean?
Man.
Somehow, I wasn't even looking to connect with 50, but he was one of my favorite artists at the time.
Okay.
And it just so happens that, my music was compatible with what he was doing, at the time or whatever. And I guess my music made it out of a pile of CDs on the desk somewhere. Somebody listened to it and was like, hey, what's up with this?
Right.
And I think 50 innovated just taking, the young producer that was just making stuff in his basement. Versus like all the superstar producers that of the time, which would be, all the great ones that inspired me, like a Pharrell, Timberland, Premier, and all of them. Like, he already had Dr. Dre and Eminem, so he was giving a few young people a chance, and I just happened to be one of them. You know what I'm saying? And when 50 was literally the top artist in the world, and like they signed me to a production deal, and I was able to produce with a first song to come out was What If on the Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack. That was like actually 19 years ago.
And that was your first one?
Yeah, that was my first one. I was just a youngin', you know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, thank you, God. Like, why did you choose me? Because at that time, wasn't nobody from Detroit like that. Yeah. Except for like Eminem and probably Dilla. And if you ain't go through the Dilla or the Eminem tree, you was kind of, and even still, I'm still kind of through the Eminem tree at the end of the day because he put on 50.
That's right. That's
you
right.
See what I'm
That's
saying?
right. Yeah.
And I was always, working with Slum Village, and Elzai is like one of my top best friends in the world, collaborators, and we had a group. So, kind of like made my way through both of them in a way.
We buying houses in Alabama.
We buy houses in Alabama. Matter of fact, this is the 20th anniversary of Witness My Growth.
Ooh.
20th anniversary of Witness My Growth.
Classic.
My first project to the world. Elzai's first project to the world. Solo. Elzai's first solo, man. So
really?
We will be releasing a vinyl, and we're going to have a whole 20th anniversary celebration for the great Elzai and Witness My Growth, man. I just love that album, man. Like,
shout out to Elzai.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like, I just told El recently, man, I love all the rest of his albums and stuff. And it's not only because I put it together, but because these songs were taken from different time periods. Right. It's kind of like, it's just an example of somebody just killing it so many times.
That's right.
You like, oh yeah, bro, the truth. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And then, because I used to love those mixtapes, like the Jada Kiss mixtapes, or, all the Underground, the 50 mixtapes. Like, I was like a mixtape baby. Like, I used to love that stuff.
Coming from Detroit. Yeah. So I just recently did an interview with Stretch Money, and I know you guys got an album, right? You produced an album for him.
Yes, we did.
I think it's 25 miles per hour. Definitely classic, man. Oh, man. I love it from the beginning to the end.
Thank you.
So the next thing that I wanted to ask you is, how did you know your lane? I mean, you could have been rapping, you could have been singing, you could have been writing. You chose. How did you know that? DJing, how did you know that producing? How did you know that where your skill set laid at in the music business?
I'll have to say, man, I tried it all. You know what I'm saying? And as far as me being a broke little kid, you know what I'm saying? It cost me the less amount to make beats. So I probably, just did that a lot more instead of at that time you had to go to the studio and pay for studio time to record an officially real song. Right. But I knew how to record songs on my CD burner and stuff like that, but it wasn't nothing that could be on the radio. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't Pro Tools and stuff. Yeah. So, it would cost me money to do that, but I could always make a beat. for damn near free. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I mean, I would, I could just find sounds, or some weekends I buy records and sounds and stuff like that. And so, just based off of circumstance.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just kind of like took to production, but I also found people to say that I'm a good motivator as far as helping people believe in their ability. And just getting people comfortable to just like express themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like just the other day, I had a young artist and his team. They was in the studio, and he thought I was just gonna play some beats that was pre-made and stuff. But I had already decided before I even got there. My strategy was I was going to make him something from scratch. But
Okay.
my way that I do it is I'll just ask you like, so what's on your mind today? How you feel today? Like what's going on with you? And he was like, you know what, man? Nobody really asked me that in like days. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then like so he had to think about it. He's like, man, you know what? I'm trying to really find my way of having more gratitude. And I was like, yeah, I got it.
Wow.
So it just like the word gratitude triggered something for me where I was able to create a track that had, that I felt like was, my interpretation of having gratitude. You know what I mean? And it came out real good
That's
too.
power.
I really actually love that track.
That's power.
Yeah, man. It's just translating,
Yeah.
your ideas. Like sometimes people have ideas that are already, completely 100% them. And then they'll say, well, what do you think I should do? And then I'll just look at whatever they're already doing. And I'll say, well, what about that? And they'll be like, oh, yeah, you know what? I should use that. That's what I was thinking anyway.
Right.
Exactly. And that'll be, something that is a complete expression of them. Music is about expressing yourself, or art in general is about really expressing yourself and really not caring about what other people think
That's right.
about your expression.
That's right.
And especially when you're, recording this or writing this or whatever, performing this and stuff like that, it's like you just let it all go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like the thing is, man, that we're fortunate enough as artists to have an outlet to express ourselves, because I'm sure that there's a lot of people that have like jobs that they hate and all of that, and then they just got to go right home to their family, and then it's like they're just letting this stuff bubble up inside of them. You know what I mean? And to the point they just get stressed out. And I heard you asking about mental health earlier. You know what I mean? But the thing I learned about mental health is like a lot of people can make it look like everything's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it really don't be. You
That's
know what
right.
I'm saying?
Right.
So, you got to watch for that too. You know what I'm saying? That old saying, check on your strong friends. You know what I mean? So I actually have a song called Strong Friends. Hopefully I'll release it soon, man. And
we waiting on you, man.
Yeah, you know what?
Drop
I think it is time for me to go ahead and drop this solo, man. And, it's like I've been just giving beats to, everybody and their mama, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
But, I saved a couple for myself, you know what I mean? But, hey, I'm willing to give even beats that I rap to anybody if it's the right person.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, I've done that many times. Like, I'll try a little, flow on it or something, but, hey, I'll make another one. That's my mentality.
That's right.
Yeah, I think I got a couple good things to talk about right now, man. I'm in a good space, you know what I mean?
That's positive.
So, yeah, I love but there's so many projects that I got in my computer just sitting. I love to, release like another album, like a Decipher, where I have like multiple artists, multiple songs that I produce for everybody, one of those compilation mixtape style albums. I love doing those. And I definitely got enough material. And then, me and Bodie James, we got a lot of material together too.
Okay.
So look out for that. Look out for Nick's Electronics, my record players, the portable record players. We got those out right now, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so we're doing Nick's Electronics Presents, where, anybody who's dropping vinyl in the city, make sure y'all get at me. We're going to do vinyl release parties for anybody from the city and outside of the city. We're going to market the record players with the records and whatever y'all drop. And we're going to, we might perform it live or whatever. We might auction them off and, do a bundle and all type of stuff like that. But we got to come up with new ways, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We can't just look at, what's going on, and we ain't singling nobody out, but it's like, bro, you can't just be like, oh, food reviews is hot. Let me start doing food reviews. Like, Bro,
Right.
think of something else.
Think of something. That's right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you know, you're right.
I mean, but if it's a trending topic, I mean, it is funny. It does work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're not reinventing the wheel, but at the same time,
That's right.
you know, it's nothing wrong with creating your own lane
Right.
and just being not afraid to be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That's
just
right.
don't be afraid to be yourself, man. Like, bro, we gonna find out anyway who you are.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, man. But I appreciate you having me, man.
Hopefully next time you can spend some more time, man.
For sure.
Hopefully I can have you put on the set, man.
Oh man, listen, man. You know I gotta play that LJ Key to the World, your uncle, man.
That's right. That's my uncle, man. Those who don't know LJ Reynolds, that's definitely the family, man. That's my uncle.
Yeah, shout out,
saying?
man.
Shout out to
Dramatics, the
LJ.
great dramatics.
Yeah. Yeah, is that Nick Speed? You said you play that every.
I play that every set. Every set, bro. Pretty much. I try to end with it because by the end of the night, I don't know what DJ I got that from. I think it might have been it's one of the OGs for sure. I don't know. Somehow it seemed like they was ending their night always with Key to the World. So I just started doing it because I was like, that's some Detroit shit.
All right, Unc, you hear that, Unc?
So yeah, he already know this anyway.
That's right. You get love out here, Unc. That's right.
Every set we ending with Key to the World. Last song for sure.
That's right.
Key to the World. And that's when I step on the floor with everybody.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, it's time for me to party with y'all and celebrate this win.
Nah, man, but thanks for coming out to the
Yes,
Cigar
sir.
Bar, man. We look forward to having you again, man.
Appreciate you,
Peace
man.
and blessings to you, brother.
Absolutely, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what you doing that war for? She said she wish her and the man could just fight less and talk more. I told her, well, baby, it's something to fight for. But then again, who am I to tell him when you fall in love with the young boy? Like, she just wanna